name is Brian Sealing, and in this video I'm going to show you a little bit about a game project I'm currently making called Reincarnation. In this game I'm trying to create a side-scrolling roguelike survival game with a lot of RPG elements, which those kind of already have those, but you know. So to start off, we can just hop right into it. On the main hub, couple keynotes, species, so you can see the species of the current character. This game, I want death to be a new experience every time. So every time you die, you might be a different species than you were before. Different species, different character. You might have different little quirks, traits, attributes than you did in your previous playthrough or previous life. So in this playthrough, I am a goblin, and I'm level 9. So level 9 just testing purposes, but I'm a goblin. It's the UE4 mannequin with a red material on top of it, just to tell the difference between goblins and the others. So health, mana, hunger, stamina, and experience in the bottom left-hand corner. In the bottom center of the screen, you can see skills, or not skills, I'm sorry, skill button. So numbers 1 through 5 and spacebar. So these are the keys that the player can equip abilities to. Abilities, items, etc. So just to start off, we have an inventory, and this has 10 slots, which a consume and a discard is what I have currently. So consume, self-explanatory, and you consume an item, discard, you discard the item. Stats, so similar to the bottom left, but a little bit more: strength, defense, intelligence, resistance, dexterity, and speed. So kind of the classic RPG survival features that we have, kind of like Ark. And then we have some kind of bonus stats, or not main stats, so elemental stats, fire, water, earth, etc. And then also the character's current health and stamina regen. So the character will heal every .002 every tick. And that's about it. So I also have traits, and traits is kind of the main thing that I want to focus on in this game. So traits will kind of dictate what kind of skills the character has, what kind of skills they can learn, what kind of things they're weak to, etc., etc. So right now, just looking at this list, goblin. So I'm a goblin. I'm gonna have a goblin trait. If the character was a certain type of goblin, like a hobgoblin or something like that, that would change to be the hobgoblin, for example. Traveler. Traveler is the name of the movement trait I have. So the more I move, the more the Traveler trait goes up. And as the Traveler trait goes up, the character's gains bonus stats. So here on the stats, everything in parentheses, is bonus. So originally there was 100 stamina, but once I gained the Traveler trait, now I have 107 stamina. So a bonus 7. And the original speed of the character was 30, and thanks to the Traveler trait, I now have 35, bonus 5. I also have skill points here that I can use to level up the skills and classic RPG stuff. So after I gain the Traveler trait, I also gain the ability to use Sprint, and Sprint is one of the moves that I have. So we'll go to that in a second. But I also gain Jump. So I jumped earlier, and I gained the Jump trait. The more I jump, the more jump can increase, and maybe I can gain a double jump or a higher type of jump that'll jump higher than this kind of hop the character has now. So to go into the abilities, we're going to use the items first, and we're going to show an example of what I mean by gaining traits through playing the game and the experience the character has. So here I have a couple examples of types of drops. So this is a rock fruit, and you can see that in the HUD, kind of above the skill tabs, that this is a rock fruit. So it shows the name of the fruit and the amount that the fruit has. So if we move over here, the spicy berry, tear fruit, and breeze fruit. So by picking one of these up, or all of them, I put these in my inventory. Once they're in the inventory, I can click on them, and I can see a description of the item and what stats I'll gain by eating them. So a small fruit that tastes like a cool breeze fruit. HP is you gain at 5 HP, 5 mana, 5 hunger, 5 stamina, and 1 wind. So let's eat one and see what happens. So after I eat it, the 10 goes down to a 9, and I healed 5 stamina, 5 hunger, and 5 mana. So if I eat another one, boom. So now we can look at the traits. I mean, not traits, I'm sorry, stats. So because I've eaten an item that gave me bonus wind, I now have 2 wind. So if we continue that and eat some more, so let's just eat all of them because, you know, that's what we needed to do. So now I have 10 wind. And with that, I've gained a new trait, wind. I also leveled up. So Goblin, since he hit level 10, he gained a trait called Looter. And that's going to come into play later. But right now, so wind. So nothing noticeable in the character yet, but I've gained an ability called Wind Ball and a wind trait. So wind trait also gives me bonus stats. So I now have a little bit more speed than was given before. That's also thanks to the Traveler. And that's basically it. I also give an ability called Wind Ball. So if we go to my skill bindings, you can see that Wind Ball is now an option. And Sprint. Sprint and Wind Ball are now an option. So we can equip that, and we can equip this on the 2 key. And boom. So now if I click 2, fires a Wind Ball. So that's basically it for that. And if I hold spacebar, I sprint. So you can see the stamina is now going down, and the character is moving a good bit faster. And when I stop, now stamina is going up, mana is going up, and we saw that in the increased regen. Now I'm going to go down to a different area, and we're going to try out the resources and some combat. So here you can see a bush. Classic, you know, survival resources. You need to destroy resources and gather in order to gain food and materials. And here we see a pig. So the pig is one of the enemy species I have. So let's fight. And you can see a couple damage effects. Nothing too pretty, but it works. And after killing the pig, it drops 2 hides. So similar to the resources, the enemies that you find around the game will also drop resources. And berries. So I destroyed the bush and got berries. So looking at what we just acquired from our fight and from our gathering, 2 hide. A hide of something tastes skinny because, you know, gives 5 HP, 5 mana, 5 hunger, and 5 stamina. Nothing too special there. Same with the berries. Berries from a bush. Simple enough. Gives 3 health, 3 mana, 3 hunger, 3 stamina. So yeah, that's the basic gist of what I have right now. Nothing too fancy, but I will be working on this project and improving it and adding a bunch of new traits and features in combat. So any advice, criticism, comments would be much appreciated. Yeah, so thank you for watching and have a good day.